Can Trump stop Israel from annexing the occupied West Bank?
I will not allow Israel to annex the West Bank. No, I will not allow it. It's not going to happen.
Did you speak with Netanyahu about this?
Yeah, but I'm not going to allow it. Whether I spoke to him or not, I did. But I'm not allowing Israel to annex the West Bank. There's been enough. It's time to stop now, okay?
Possibly some of his clearest limits yet on US support for Israel. But whilst refusing to discuss any conversation he had with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu that was aimed at blocking Israeli annexation attempts, Trump has said things like "that's enough" and "it's time to stop now" about Israel's assault on Gaza, which has continued unabated with full US backing. Trump didn't offer any details about what actions he would take to prevent the possible annexation of the West Bank, even as Israeli ministers openly announced plans to build hundreds of new settlements, cutting through occupied Palestinian territories and separating the West Bank from East Jerusalem. Netanyahu has vowed not to allow a Palestinian state, and far-right members of his cabinet have threatened further annexation in response to the recent recognition of a Palestinian state by several Western countries. Recently, far-right Israeli minister Bezalel Smotrich unveiled a plan for the massive E1 settlement expansion on occupied lands, which he said, when completed, would finally bury the idea of a Palestinian state because there's nothing to recognize and no one to recognize. Israel recently failed to comply with the UN's advisory opinion to end its unlawful occupation of the Palestinian territories in Gaza, the West Bank and East Jerusalem by September 2025. Instead, Israel has further entrenched its occupation of Palestinian land, expanding settlements with constant violent military raids in the occupied West Bank, whilst continuing its genocide in Gaza and plans to occupy the north of the Gaza Strip. Trump has warned that Israel's actions in Gaza have gone too far several times, including mentioning the starvation that took place earlier this year. Yet, each time, Israel has been able to continue with its policies, and Netanyahu and his far-right cabinet have only become more emboldened. This leaves many people questioning the sincerity of Trump's statements about stopping Israel in its tracks in the West Bank and raises the issue of recognizing a Palestinian state, whilst the land on which that state would exist is gradually being annexed and taken over by Israeli settlement expansion.